it's Zadie! Welcome to Flytte Kartina, the one place where you can actually get sucked into YouTube just through my golden voice. That's a lie. Anyways, let's move on to the non-spoiler portion of this video, which is the first half. I give you a meaning of the rating of the movie, and that'll give you an insight on whether or not you want to see the movie. And then I'll move into the spoiler rant in the second portion, which the term is self-explanatory. It's a spoiler rant. Okay, Jumanji is rated PG-13 by the MPAA. Right off the bat, let me just say that I agree with them. So, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle is rated PG-13 for adventure action, suggestive content, and some language. Okay, those are like three big things all in one punch, so I'm just gonna break it down for you guys so you might be able to translate it a bit better. Adventure action. I saw Jumanji and it's a video game and it's an action movie, so it's an adventure action scenes. Yeah. Okay, it just kind of makes sense to me that the video game would be action-adventure. There wasn't anything really violent. I mean, there were some really intense scenes where it was like jump scares and everything, and there's this one scene that you saw in the trailer where basically Jack Black gets eaten by a hippo. It's hilarious and also kind of disturbing, but it's fine, and it's not really that bloody. I didn't see any blood. There's some action scenes that were pretty awesome, but fun. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of build up and like skip the suggested content just for a minute and go on to the language. It says some language, and for the most part, it's right. I don't think I heard a lot of harsh language and cussing in this movie. Just a couple of words here and there. Some of it was like so smoothly into the dialogue that I just didn't even notice it until I thought about it later. So yeah, you might not want to take your 3-year-old to the movie if you're trying to keep him from cussing. Okay, we're gonna go on to the suggested content because this is the most disturbing part of the movie rating. So the suggestive content is suggestive content, and I think they're kind of wrong about this. It's like blatant in-your-face suggestive content. This is not giving anything away to the plot. It's just a scene that happens. You know that one of the characters who is like an Instagram queen is played by Jack Black. It's a girl with a guy, a girl in a guy's body. And there's this one scene where they're like, oh my gosh, I have to pee really badly. So with a girl being in a guy's body, there's, you know, the call of nature where she has to go to the bathroom. And so the guys in the movie are like, okay, we'll show you how, I guess, because this is just not gonna work without us. So they give her like a tutorial on how to be a man, I guess, I don't know. And also there's a scene where there's like the scene where she like is attracted to a guy and something happens. So yeah, that's the worst part of the film rating. And yeah, it was like 2 scenes of blatant suggestive content, and yeah. I'll have to warn you guys, there are 2 kissing scenes, just in case anybody was wondering. I don't think it's a big deal, but some people do. I'm gonna pull up the frequency chart, and on a scale of 1 to terrible, you have basically the frequency of all these things happening. So I mentioned before that the suggestive content is very heavily weighed on the scale, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 on the frequency chart. This is a PG-13 movie. It's what I think of when I think of PG-13 movie. It doesn't like, it's not bordering the line of PG-13 and R, but it's not like so tame that it was like PG almost. So it's, you know, a decent PG-13 movie. This is not spoiling the movie at all, but you guys, they did not ruin the original Jumanji. If you haven't already, check out some of my videos and maybe subscribe if you really like me. But speaking of videos, I have my magical scale of movies where I rate movies on a scale of Steamboat Willie to Deadpool on how appropriate this movie is for kids. So on the magical scale of movies, I'm gonna rate Jumanji an 8, which as you can see is distinctly void from any movie right now. So I'm gonna reveal to you guys what 8 is on that list. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is rated an 8, and so Jumanji is rated the same as Who Framed Roger Rabbit. If you've seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, then you'll know kind of what the parameters are for Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my non-spoiler portion. You can see that, you know, the time signature down below is like only about halfway-ish done, so stick around if you've seen the movie, and if you haven't, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that you approve of me and I can get some accolades from somebody, please.